development that you credit to Martino?
I haven't really thought about too much into detail. I mean, obviously he's put a lot of trust in me and as a player, and kind of has kick-started my career in that sense. I'm really grateful, to have him as a first manager in the pros. Where, like I said, I learned so much from him, and I'll kind of look back at it and worry about the details a little more later. But I want to focus on the next 6 games, hopefully, that we have together with him.
Has there been any change in mentality this week, considering the announcement, or just business as usual?
Just business as usual. I think we came in here when he gave the news to us just before you guys found out. So, yeah, I mean, it was just back to business the usual, after that. I think, yeah, we all have a big goal for this weekend, and then obviously once the playoffs start, so we have something to play for. It's not like this is it, for us. So. No, it was business as usual, and we trained good this week. We'll be ready for Sunday.
Julian, how?
I was speaking of this weekend. There's more on the line in this game than maybe there's ever been for a game in one particular game for you guys. How are you guys taking that? Is it more seeing it as an opportunity, I guess?
Yeah, I mean, it's a final. Who doesn't want to be in a final to win a trophy? I think that's what everybody plays for. That's what we wanted at the beginning of the year. Yeah, I mean, obviously we wish to have clinched that supporter shield a little earlier, but this is the way it is, and kind of prepares you for the playoffs a little bit in a sense as well. So we'll go out there and play it as a final. We'll play 90 minutes for a trophy. That's really ultimately all that comes down to. So yeah, I'm excited for it, and I'm sure everybody else is too.
Julian, how did the team react when Tata gave the news? I mean, he's beloved here. You guys really respect him, and obviously he's made everyone here better. How did the team react?
I'm not sure. I mean, you obviously, leading up to it, you obviously read a lot and you hear a lot of rumors and things that could happen, So it's. I think I was prepared for kind of both. That he said, yeah, I mean, I'm going to stay, or I'm not going to be the coach anymore. So it was just. This is a big week, in general. So it was just more of like, all right, now it's out. Now we know what's going to happen, and now we can all focus really on just soccer. And that's what we wanted to do, and that's certainly what I did. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it was just a piece of news, but that doesn't change anything in our situation for the next few weeks.
So I think something that I think all of us here sometimes wonder is, how good is Tata's English, and how good is your Spanish? If you could.
His English is better than my Spanish, okay. But I understand quite a bit of Spanish. I don't speak much, but I understand quite a bit by now. His English is good. When he wants to get a point across in English, he can. Obviously, he's not fluent in the sense where he can speak to the team in like longer sessions in English. But like I said, if he wants to get a point across, he can get it across in English just fine.
There was a report yesterday that MLS may be included in the Copa Libertadores in 2020. I was curious what you thought, if that would help the league or hurt the league, or is it just another tournament to kind of...
Would that be instead of the Champions League?
Didn't say instead, just...
Okay. I'm not sure. I didn't read it. I didn't see it. I mean, that's far down the road. 2020. That's another 2 years, right? So. There's going to be a lot of changes, There's always involvement, always development in MLS, especially where they come up with new ideas every other month. I feel like, so it's just something that we'll worry about it when they get here, I guess, and kind of see where it goes.
The last, I guess, high pressure game y'all faced was Red Bulls, and that didn't go very well. What do you take from that you can apply to Toronto?
I mean, the last week was pretty high pressure as well against Chicago. Because if we lose the game, we're all of a sudden not winning the supporter shield anymore.
High pressure road game. How about that?
Okay. What was the question, sorry?
What did you take from that, learn from that you can apply to Toronto?
Yeah, I mean, it's just getting accustomed to the situation, I think, and kind of keeping your emotions and feelings in check, especially now where the games are at the same time, so we'll be in the game wondering what's going on in New York. We'll kind of just have to focus on our game, and ultimately that's what it comes down to, where you can't really worry about anything else because you have it in your own hands, you know, and that's the situation we're in. We play 90 minutes for a trophy, like I said, you know, 90 minutes, 3 points to win our first hardware, my first hardware, you know, and that's really all I want. I want to win anyway, you know, no matter if it's for a trophy or not. So it doesn't really change too much in that sense. But I mean, I'm sure we've learned from those games where it's just, yeah, that little bit extra is at stake, you know, where we kind of have to handle yourself a little bit differently here and there. You kind of have to keep your emotions in check and all those kind of things. So I hope that, yeah, we've learned stuff from those kind of games, and then yeah, be ready when the whistle blows.
We'll take 2 more.
It's award season. Jose Martinez is obviously going to be up for MVP. What would be your stump speech to give to voters? Because I think voting ends at the end of October.
30 goals and you know, a whole lot of yeah, just contribution offensively for us. You know, where he's just been so good. I think all year, even though he hasn't really scored lately. But I don't think, you know, that should impact any voting in that sense. I think he's the clear MVP in my book.
When you see Almiron out there working out in the cold and the wet
Yeah, I just saw him too.
and the rain, what does that mean to you that he's pushing to get back?
Yeah, I mean, Miguel's really good. You know, he's really disciplined. He's been like that even when he's playing. You know, so it's no surprise to me that he's like this. Ever since he got the injury, he's the first guy in and kind of the last guy out. You know, trying to recover as fast as he can. So it's really no surprise, but good thing to see him back on the field and see him touching the ball. So we'll see how much longer it'll take until he trains with us. But obviously he'll be welcomed back with very open hands.